Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds.
Unang jackpot, walang nahuli ang gusto. PBA basketball, binilihan ng gusto. Shoot, sabay, sigaw. Dream mo tapos hataw. Hiya parang lindol. Pastor Peter ni Idol. Solid ang laban, malupit ang galawan. Solid ang pass, malakas ang hiyawan. Ang action ay walang hinto. Sa solid na laro. Solid ang laban, malupit ang galawan. Solid ang pass, malakas ang hiyawan. Ang action ay walang hinto. Sa solid na laro. Maba ang depensa, mabilis ang opensa. Tinawag ang play.
And two of the oldest squads in the PBA attempt in our first game today to bounce back from losses to be able to move up even just a tad in the current close standings. Having back-to-back losses is a grim thought, actually, and they both want to avoid that, especially with so many other teams beginning to play well, not to mention, of course, rain or shine, that is undefeated. So San Miguel and Magnolia will cross swords here, and they will go all out in our curtain raiser here today, this Sunday, at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Ako swerte kasama kita.
Alam mo, Seb, ako din swerte. At tuwan-tuwa na magkasama tayo sa araw na ito. Pero pag minamalas ka nga naman, nakita ko pa rin kanina yung isang kamalas-malas. Kahit na linggo, kahit nagsimba na ako kahapon, ganun pa din.
parang destiny na talagang magkakatugma kayo ng Friday pa kayo magkasama. Pero itong game na ito, importante kung nasaan yung dalawang team nandito ngayon. They want to start winning again.
Kailangan manalo. You know, both teams, you look at them right now, halos similar yung kanilang kartada. Itong San Miguel Beermen at 3-3, itong Magnolia galing din sa talo at 2-4. So that means nakaka-anim na laro na sila. Kalahati na nung elimination round ay nalaro na nila. So they've got 6 games left. You look at that, San Miguel at number 8 right now at itong Magnolia at number 10. Alam natin, top 8 will advance. So kung baga ang San Miguel nandun lang sa 8th spot, and that's not where you want to be if you're San Miguel, because you are looking to win another championship. You've won 2 championships already. Ito naman Magnolia looking for a championship as well. Pero kapag ganito ang nilaro mo, ikaw ang San Miguel, you lost to Rain or Shine. Obviously, Rain or Shine playing really well right now, 6-0 undefeated. Pero with only 20 assists compared to 34 to Rain or Shine, 20 turnovers, yan ang mabigat dyan para dito sa San Miguel.
Hindi pa counted dito yung dance steps ng import ng Rain or Shine.
Tama.
Na napaka-enjoyable at entertaining.
And you give up 34 fast break points.
Napaka-mabigat
yan.
Too many. Well, yun naman ang laro ng Rain or Shine kasi pag-usapan natin si Marcio Lassiter at ihambing natin ang ilan sa kanyang mga numero.
For Marshall Lassiter, you like how he's able to have a breakout game against Rain or Shine. 27 points for Marshall, 7 of 13 from the field. 3 rebounds in 36 minutes of action. 17 points in that 4th quarter. And he really helped itong San Miguel in that quarter. So you like him having those big games in the season. Alam naman natin, malakas itong San Miguel. You won't always be dominant if you're a guy like Marshall. You expect Junmar to have those dominant games every single game. And guys like CJ Perez. But Marshall, 3rd, 4th, 5th option, you like that he is right there in terms of scoring.
And this guy will, and Bel Gregorio will have a report for all of us. This guy will have a big pair of shoes he'll have to fill in today as the import apparently is another round. Di ba tama yun, Bel?
Actually, yesterday, 3 manlalaro ng SMB ang hindi nakasali sa ensayo. Jericho Cruz because of stomach issues. Junmar Fajardo because he is experiencing pain sa kanyang right shin. Mamaya pag-usapan pa natin yan. But thankfully, both of them will be available this afternoon. Ang mas malaking istorya, itong import nila, Justin Patton, missing 3 practices since their loss to Rain or Shine. Masakit daw kasi ang kanyang pakiramdam, masakit ang tiyan. But the SMB management expressed their disappointment, calling it very unprofessional that he committed to playing today but has yet to be seen here in the Smart Araneta Coliseum. A very big issue considering how concerned Coach Leo is with how they not only lost in transition points against Rain or Shine, but their supposed strength points in the paint. Gentlemen.
Very clear report from Bel Gregorio. And,
Mabigat yun, ha,
yeah,
Seb?
and
3 araw nang hindi nag-iinsayo.
knowing San Miguel, they will not let that just go by. But let's talk about Magnolia. You did that game last Friday, no?
Well, itong Magnolia Hotshots, you know, it seemed like they were really on their way to come back and able to take that game against Barangay Ginebra. Pero tignan natin yung statistics. They only lost by 2 points. They were spotless from the free throw line. Pero turnovers ang naging problema nito Magnolia. Napakadami, 20 as compared to only 7 for Barangay Ginebra. And then you look at the points of turnovers. Out of those 20 turnovers, 17 ang skinor ng Barangay Ginebra. They did not start out well. That only 35 points for Magnolia in the first half. Needing to be able to have a better start. Alam natin yung kanilang import in that ball game wasn't feeling all that well. Kaya rin hindi maganda yung kanilang simula. Didn't score in that first quarter.
Samantala si Clint Chapman ay meron ding iniinda. I'm sure Bel will tell us the full story later on. But I like the way he plays for Magnolia. Maganda siyang mag-blend. He has nice energy for this team actually.
Well, against the Barangay Ginebra was his worst game so far, worst performance. Pero with him, they are at 2-1. Diba? Nakapanalo sila ng dalawa, isang talo, and it was a close game against Barangay Ginebra. So Chapman looks like a good fit for the Magnolia Chicken Timplados Hotshots.
And they need support for Xavier Lucero as well. And Lucero has been scoring in double digits, 19 points in that game against Ginebra. Snared 7 boards, had 2 block shots, but he will need so much more for Magnolia to turn things around. So, we're ready. Let's send it over to our Coliseum announcer to introduce the starting lineups of Magnolia and San Miguel.
To the PBA Commissioner's Cup. This is our first game, and it's time to meet the starters for both teams. First from your San Miguel Beermen. Starting at guard is a two-time champion from Ibaan, Batangas, number 33, Wami Tiongson. Also at guard is the PBA 48 Season Commissioner's Cup Finals MVP from Bautista, Pangasinan, number 77, the Predator, CJ Perez. At forward from Tabaco Albay, number 91, Rodney Brondial. Also at forward is a 12-time PBA champion from Ilocos Sur, number 13, Super Marshall Lassiter. And at center is a record 9-time most valuable player from Binamongan, Cebu, number 15, the Kraken, Junmar Fajardo. Head coach of the Beermen is Leo Ostia. For your Magnolia Chicken Timplados Hotshots. Starting at guard, the 2026 PBA All-Star Rookie and Sophomore MVP, wearing jersey number 30, Jerome Lastimosa. At forward, the second-generation PBA player and member of the 2018 All-Defensive Team, wearing jersey number 19, Rome De La Rosa. At guard is a two-time Finals MVP, playing his 637th consecutive game, the Coffee Prince, number 14, Mark Barroca. At forward, a member of the 2026 PBA All-Star North Champion Team, wearing jersey number 22, the Xavier Lucero. At center, bringing size, experience, and strength, Magnolia's import, number 12, Clint Chapman. Head coach of Magnolia is L.A. Tenorio. Game officials are Romel Gruta, Janine Nicandro, James Paez, and John Mina. This game is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
The four with the whistles, Gruta, Nicandro, Paez, and Mira. We are all set to toss the ball into the air to get this game going. A look at the starting lineup. San Miguel complaining early on. There was a mistake in the announcement of the starting center. It is actually Mo Tautua, and as you can see, he is the one jumping against Chapman right in the middle of this Smart Araneta Coliseum. Ano yung second game, sabi mo? Ginebra, Phoenix, ano? So we can expect a little more people to join us as we sail along, and we are the curtain raiser here today. Here's Lastimosa. Chapman steps into the shot and scores.
A very good start that time for Chapman. Alam mo, nung unang laro, or nung laro nila, rather, nung Friday, did not score in that first quarter. Struggled and was feeling some stomach issues as well.
In the meantime, Tautua tears up the inside. You're looking at the team records of these two clubs on your picture right now.
Well, like we mentioned, kinakailangan magsimula na manalo kasi kalahati na nung elimination round tayo. They already have 6 games in, 50% basically if you look at it.
500.
Oh, 500. Ito namang Magnolia, 2 and 4.
Nice pass downstairs. Good fake, but the basket not converted by De La Rosa. Reclaims it. Ron Diao with some defense there.
You need to be able to get into the top 8. Right? We have 13 teams. You have a 12-game schedule minimum, but you need to be able to be in the top 8 nga, yung top 4 natin, twice to beat advantage.
Yep, Tautua scores his second basket and all of the points of the Beermen up to this moment, a minute and a half into the first quarter.
Sam, balikan natin yung report ni Bell. Sinabi nga nila na yung kanilang import na si Paton, 3 araw na hindi nag-ensayo, but committed to play today and hasn't been seen here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. You know, if there's one team that you look at that is strong enough to beat other teams without an import, it's San Miguel.
The interesting thing is that Rain or Shine won a game after their import was suspended.
Tama,
After being involved in that what's the
Incident.
that fight. Kung ano-ano pa iniisip. But in that fight between Kabudin and the import of Rainer Shine. In the meantime, a foul has just been whistled. Tautua is the guilty party, and that's the first foul of either side.
Itong San Miguel Beermen, we said that they're at 3-3. In their first 3 games, they lost to Titan in their first game, 119-112. Won against Converge, 103-99. Then natalo sa TNT, 118-92. Then won back-to-back. They changed the imports. They won back-to-back games against Macau and Barangay Ginebra. And then lost to Rainer Shine, 116-112. Ito namang Magnolia, yung unang 3 laro with Omot, they lost those 3 games against Phoenix, NLEX, and Blackwater.
And then they changed
the imports.
Then Chapman came in.
Macau, they won against Macau, won against Terra Firma, then lost against Barangay Ginebra last Friday.
In the meantime, Chapman with a pirouette. He and Tautu are the owners of the only points in this game so far. All good cut by Brondial. CJ Perez with the feed. He's been averaging 4 assists per ball game. None bigger than that pass he made to Trollano when they won against Ginebra. And Trollano with a big basket that won the game for the Beermen.
Key para dito sa Magnolia yung kanilang turnovers. Right? They need to be able to limit it. 20 turnovers in one ball game is just
20?
too many. Oh. If you're a PBA team, you're looking at maybe 12 to 14 in one whole ball game.
In the meantime, Chapman will visit the free throw line after being clipped going in. Here is what CJ Perez did earlier.
Well, you like that pass by CJ Perez, finding Brondial, getting him involved in the offense early on.
Chapman is the tall Texan. Everything, as we always know, is big in Texas. Bell, what do you have?
Sir Sev, nabanggit nyo kanina that Clint was clearly not 100% against Ginebra. He's actually very disciplined sa kanyang diet. Eats very healthy, pero parang may hindi magandang nainom o nakain which led to stomach cramps. Ramdam na ramdam daw niya that he wasn't himself, especially in the second quarter. He was very much mentally challenged, evident in his 8 turnovers, and he admits medyo nakaka-overwhelmed being under the bright lights and pressure of Manila Classico. But hopefully now, he is physically and mentally more prepared. Gentlemen.
Part ng life ng international player yan. Dom,
Pero buti pa siya. Very disiplinado sa kinakain.
Yan ang wala tayo. In the meantime, Mark Barroco is playing in his 637th game. Scores and gives Magnolia a 2-point lead.
Both teams we mentioned coming off losses. Magnolia, kumbaga, very fresh pa yung talo nila no Friday. Had one day to basically walk through practice. Right? The good thing is they're pretty much complete in their lineup. Itong San Miguel nga. Just like what Bell said, no import in today's ball game so far.
That's depressing for the team.
Mahirap yan.
Diba? Okay, fine. You have tall people like Tautua and Fajardo and Brondia. But this is an import conference.
Yes.
Diba?
And alam mo, we always say that San Miguel has probably the strongest local lineup. Mas lalo nang yung import, kinakailangan bilib yung locals. Kinakailangan na kaya kang ipanalo, right? And ano yung pinakamahirap na posisyon din? Yung import for a team like San Miguel.
Oh, look at that. Pivot to the basket, that twirl creating the points. 8 of the 10 of Magnolia, courtesy of the tall Texan.
So going back to the injuries of San Miguel, itong si Jericho Cruz, we mentioned ni Bell kanina, and Jumar Fajardo, not yet 100%, but let's see if they'll be able to get a number of minutes and what kind of production they will show.
Wami Johnson's attempt from 3-point distance does not find the mark. I was teasing Wami. Alam mo, nahalata mo pagka naglalakad ka dyan sa hallway natin. Parang may gym, Sabi ko,
may kettlebell, may
Wami,
stationary bike nga.
Wami, alala mo ng junior player, wala naman lahat yan.
Wala.
Diba? And
jumping jacks lang ang pag-warm up nun.
You talk to the old veterans like B-Boy Rabanes and Leo Austria, and they say, sabi ko, yung panahon niya, wala naman yan But now, the game has changed. In the meantime, here's that pivot by Chapman earlier. And on the other end, we had this from CJ Perez.
You don't want to be reaching in if you're Chapman.
The only short thing in the game of Perez is actually his free throw shooting. Although he makes this +1, he's been averaging just about 60%. We have first timeout of this battle, a timeout brought to you by Solaire Online. Play the game your way on Solaire Online Sportsbook.
Because you're pressuring, the screen is high, and because you're pressuring, go under. Let them play the ball screen, so the shot clock will go down. We did a good job on CJ. We went under the twist, and then you played, you played the ball, then challenge him to make the pass. Yes. Okay? Challenge him to make the pass. Okay?
That's fine.
On transition, keep on sealing. Look, Jay, if he doesn't have the ball,
Nakatutok pa rin kayo sa tapatang San Miguel at Magnolia. Magnolia's last play against Ginebra could have been a game changer. Pero ayon kay Coach LA, hindi na dapat dumaan sa ganong sitwasyon if we didn't turn the ball over 20 times. Nangapa pa rin daw sa familiarity, lalo na sa sistema niyang wala masyadong set plays, training instead his players on reading and reacting to what's happening. He considered it a good loss dahil ganon ang mga kailangan nila to learn from, but he was also quick to say enough of moral victories. We'll stick to our defense that worked for us, especially in the third quarter, but we will really lock in on fixing how we protect the leather. Gentlemen.
Good line, Bell. Enough of moral victories. Well, a win is a win. A win is a win. 10-9 is the count here. Magnolia has a slight lead. Tran is, wow, yelling at the top of her lungs. Hindi ko alam kung Magnolia o San Miguel yun. Malamang both. In the meantime, Lucero, Jackman juggles the ball. Perez recovered. Lastimosa may be guilty of cutting him unintentionally underneath.
Well and good yung mga moral victories, but at the end of the day, what really counts is the real victories. The wins.
Ito, unintentional naman. Okay. Pag maaga sa season, okay ang mga moral victories. But now na naghahabol ka, as you said, half of the tournament, the prelims or the eliminations is done. And here you are, 3-3 or 2-4. You need wins.
Yes.
Perez taking care of business there. Perez now has 5 of the 11 San Miguel points. Chapman shoots a 3. Drains it.
He's got 11 points right now. 11 of the 13 of Magnolia. So you can really see gusto makabawi itong si Chapman.
Very clearly so. The other 2 points, courtesy of Barroca. Perez drops it over to Taltua, who's also had a good start with 4 points. Tries to back down against Chapman, scoops it up. Chapman has a hand on it, and Magnolia grabs it. Barroca, Chapman, hop, step, and stretch. Missed the layup, but will visit the free throw line for a pair after being fouled.
That was one of the weaknesses of the San Miguel Beermen, to be able to prevent those fast break opportunities.
San Miguel, San Miguel, as you take a look at this 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook, they've never been a very good first half team. Diba? We've time again seen them third quarter, they switch it on, and they'll come back. In the meantime, Chapman takes care of the first free throw. He has 12 of the 14.
Parang in local parlance, ba sinusukat mo yung kalaban?
Kung karera yan, sukatan, di ba, sa dulo. And that is what Chapman has done so far. And he is perfect from the free throw line. Obvious ba, I waited for the free throw to be made before I said he's perfect from the free throw line. Mahirap na yun, masisi pa.
Ganun talaga eh, no?
Diba? Tinignan ko muna yung free throw. In the meantime, Marcia dancing around. Here's Perez, fakes, shakes, bakes, drops it.
If on one hand, majority of the load is on Chapman, pag dito naman sa San Miguel, CJ Perez with 8 of the 14.
And San Miguel takes it away. Kwame waits for the rest of the men in red. Perez. He can rip apart those defenses. Fires a three. He felt good but couldn't make the shot. Rebound claimed by Lucero. Chapman down the middle. Stutter step. Lastimosa using the pick. It is knocked loose but outside. It will be retained by Magnolia. Paul Lee will come in for Lastimosa in the Magnolia lineup, and Kuhn will come in for the first time also for De La Rosa.
You can really see Magnolia investing a lot in Jerome Lastimosa, giving him the starting position,
Even
giving him
the patience also, no? Yung, alam mo, mahirap ituro kay ni LA yung alam niya eh.
kailangan ma-experience it. I mean, you can say it, but for you to be able to really experience it, yun ang magiging ultimate teacher.
Yung diskarte ni LA, honed over the years yan eh, di ba? Dumaan din naman si LA ng first few years niya sa pro, nakapading yan. Lalaki ng tao. First thing you realize when you get to the PBA, the people are so huge.
Huge and lahat magagaling.
Lahat magaling. So you have to learn how to make your shots, yung diskarte mo tama, make your free throws, at sisipot ka sa practice.
Yun. And you need to work on your game kasi
Yeah.
you're always under the microscope.
Again, if you're just tuning in, no import for San Miguel, as the import has reportedly not attended practice.
Ever since that game in Rain or Shine,
When was
di pa
that?
nila nakikita.
Last week yun, ano? Silipin mo yung exact date. 18-14. Roy Lopez, sino ang foul doon? Si Chapman? Oo, kaya pala the Texan is saying something. Second personal foul. Both teams with 14 fouls. Now Tua drills in the first. He has 5. Here's Don Troliano. I had a brief chat with Don in the hallway, and I said, nasanay ka na rin coming off the bench. 7. Sabi ko, pareho pa rin naman ang minutes mo, 27 to 28.
Oo, okay lang din naman.
Well, alam niya, ang maganda dyan, Don, alam niyang papasok siya at a certain point.
Yes.
At usually, kasabay niya yan, si Jericho Cruz na akala natin baka hindi maglaro today. Sabi nga sa early report about LA Tenorio must have said something on the side of his mouth, and he continues to say something to Janine Nicandro. Eric Ariola tries to intercede and Eric, upo ka na. Wala na yan. Tapos na eh. Siyempre, consultant. Eto si Chapman. Fakes. Can't release. Ang bilis nitong first quarter. 4:23 remaining. Baroka wiggles open. Will fire. Yung bintawan nyo.
Seb, yung tinatanong mo kanina, di ba? Yung San Miguel Rain or Shine game na yun, last Wednesday yun.
Oh.
So, 3 araw nga. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, ngayon, Linggo.
May practice yun lahat ng araw thereafter.
Oo.
So, hindi sumipot nga yung import. On the other hand, this can also inspire San Miguel. Oh, but a move by Brundial, who just missed the undergoal stab.
You know, that it's one thing, di ba? Na may inspire. You can probably end up winning this ball game. But then, now the onus is on the management and the coaching staff to find if they're going to look for another import.
Yeah.
Right?
Somebody's telephone is a buzz already, no? Chapman turn around. No, Chapman hits the deck. Perez launches. Here comes Cruz. Napakalital nitong tatlong to, no? Perez, Cruz, and Troliano.
Lahat scorer eh.
You were saying? Just missed it. And picked up by Chapman. Stolen by Perez. To the other side, Tautua inside. Congested.
Whoa.
Reverse. Ayaw lang. May foul na nasungkit.
Nalin lang yung depensa dun.
Oo. Hindi alam kung saan manggagaling yung tira eh. Grabe din ang stress ng Magnolia to win again. Ano?
Oh, yes.
And you can see them in the way they are asking or complaining about the calls so far.
Well, you always want to be aggressive. You always want to be on point. Right? End of the day, kailangan nandun yung effort.
Yeah, Chapman has been brought to the bench. Ian Sanggalang sees action for the first time. Bakit nagpalakpakan? Dahil si Tautua lumabas. Ito na si Fajardo.
When Junmar Fajardo is 100% healthy, 100% of the time isa-start mo yan. Di ba?
I guess so.
Di ba? 9-time MVP lang naman.
Which I think may not be matched in at least the next 10 years or the next decade of PBA. Difficult attempt by Kuhn. Pero mahirap din bantayan si Kuhn. Matangkad din kasi, di ba? Samantala, Magnolia with a 2-point lead. Now we will pause for a 7-minute timeout, and this one is brought to you by Solaire Online. Play the game your way on Solaire Online Sportsbook.
Okay, 1, 4, 3, down. Okay? Okay, dito isa. Magbigay dito. Okay, akyat dito. Lalabas.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ako sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Very pleasant Sunday afternoon to all of you. Clint Chapman so far has produced 13 of the 20 Magnolia points in this opening period and almost close to perfect here.
You gotta love how he is on a bounce-back ball game. Clint Chapman, 13 points, 2 rebounds. Spotless from the free throw line, 4 of 6 from the field. Last Friday, suffering from a little bit of stomach issues. Itong si Chapman. It looks like that's all well and good right now.
Alam mo din, you have to consider na tayo sa ano ba yan, sakit yung tiyan yan. But the imports react to it different because they come from another country, diba? They react differently to our water and food. Not that there's something wrong with it right away, kundi iba lang talaga yung reaction. Jericho, Junmar spots, short rebound, taken by Lee.
Tsaka Sev, lalo na ngayon, napakainit ng panahon.
Sobra.
So, you know, you really gotta watch out dun sa pagkain, di ba?
You know, my wife and I, we stayed in the mall yesterday. We didn't buy anything, just stayed in the mall. Malamig eh.
Ang hirap naman kasi pag nasa mall ka na, wala kang bibili.
Ang hirap.
Di ba?
Pero upo lang. Yung sa isang store, well, may coffee shop eh. Upo lang.
Mahigpit yung hawak sa pitaka.
Oo. Control. Saan ka pupunta? Libre si Trollano. May foul. Si Kuhn siguro ang tatawagan dito. Second foul on Kuhn. Kuhn checking his jaw if it's still there. Sakit yan, ano? Pag tinatamaan ka dyan kahit, hindi ba, inadvertently, yung mga lumilipad na siko.
Pero maganda dito sa Magnolia 7. If you look at their lineup, you know, they're investing already in youth, right? They have a number of young guys already in the backcourt, even in the front court. You know, so it's a team that has a good mix of veterans and young guys.
Don Trollano, who's been averaging 83% from the free throw line into this game, 15 of 18. Not bad for somebody coming off the bench, ano? You were saying, sorry?
Yeah, tinitignan mo na lang dito ngayon na whose team is this? Right? For Magnolia. Ano ba yung identity?
Wow. Good move by Kuhn with a floater that preserves the lead for Magnolia. Kuhn first 2 points on the drive of CJ Perez. He was clipped on the arm.
That's his third.
Sinong foul?
Chris Kuhn again.
Time to sit down bigla. Sayang, umiinit pa naman dyan, ha? Bakit tayo may official suspension?
Mukhang may dugo dito kay Chris Kuhn.
Oy, kanina tinamaan na yung panga, no?
Ayan, yung labi. You can see visibly frustrated kasi tatlo nang naitawag sa kanyang foul.
And he just scored the basket. And I'm sure it's from a player's POV, perspective or point of view. Ganado ka eh, di ba? You wanna keep...
Especially kung hindi ka gano'ng kadaming minuto na nilalaro.
You're smoking, you're getting the minutes. Perez, second free throw. Diba? Yun lang ang problema sa laro ni... Ako tingin ko dahil kinetics si CJ. You just have to calm down, shoot the free throws.
They shoot 60% from the field this conference, diba? Sorry, from the free throw line.
Oh! And Ian Sangalan found a way to score. Magnolia hangs on to a 4-point lead. Junmar draws the double coverage. His foul could be Sangalang here.
Sangalang and Andrada trying to double team Junmar Fajardo, but Fajardo able to split that double.
And the Kraken is on the line. Shooting 64.7% from the free throw line. Averages 16 points per ball game, 16 rebounds. What else is new? yung points pwede pang mas marami. But what else is new?
Grabing dedication ni Junmar.
And one of the kindest guys talaga.
Yes.
Here comes Sangalang, the new point guard.
Oh, look at CJ Perez trying to deny it si Paul Lee.
Floater by Lee. Banda, Aya rebound. Veranos underneath. Kicks it outside to Andrada. To the open Paul Lee. Got it! It's a three.
And I like how Paul Lee has accepted this role. Diba? Makikita mo siya assassin. Pag pinasok siya. You know, he's not getting that number of minutes anymore. They want to keep him fresh all throughout.
Para pag off the bench, bang! Diba? In the meantime, loose ball still preserved and hung on to by the Beermen. Jericho dancing against Verano. Here's the healing. No. Paulie collects it with open arms. We're down to the last 16 seconds. Underneath two people. Pero hindi nakita itong si Andrada, bottled up by Kahilig.
Look at CJ Perez. He's really trying to deny and go for that steal every single time.
Kasi it starts their fast break, no? That will work! Sangalang getting a good feed. A good seal and a good feed from Paul Lee.
Good read that time. Off. Look at that pick. And then Sangalang diving to that basket. Paul Lee finding him. A little bit late on the help by Kahilig.
Ian has also been around. Magnolia with a 7-point lead against the Beermen, playing without an import today.
Sangalang also one of the few players that has only played for one team. Diba?
Now that you mention it. Pukol. And we're done with quarter number 1. Magnolia with an 8-point lead. And both these teams in need of a win given the team standings situation. And we'll have your second quarter coming your way. Don't go too far away.
Magnolia 30, SMB 22 ang nasa ating talaan after the first 12 minutes. Balikan natin ang 2020 when Junmar Fajardo fractured his right tibia or shin. He underwent surgery and we've been very fortunate to witness how he was able to pick up his game again. But recently, sumasakit daw ulit yung screws mula sa opera. Ayon yan kay PT Edward Bacason. He even shared that they were planning to remove the screws a year ago because Abay would complain about it at times. But because of his very busy PBA and Gila schedule, they haven't had the time to do so. Kaya sa ngayon, hindi pinipilit ni Coach Leo si Junmar, managing him in-game and allowing him more rest kapag wala silang laro. Gentlemen.
Those things you have to manage as a professional athlete. Huh?
You know, a lot of people were worried when he fractured his tibia. Kung makakabalik, would he be the same? And he came back.
Tibia. Explain where the tibia is.
Dito sa shin, di ba?
Yeah.
So yun ang, and that happened in practice, and he was all alone when that happened, meaning he was on the way for a fast break, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Asked you to do it because I don't know.
Si Bel, alam na alam yun.
Tibia.
So yun ang, you know, and because of it, buto yun eh. Di ba? So kinakailangan may tornilyo.
Okay.
But after a while, like you said, like she said, pwede magkaroon ng reaction, rubbing, so there is some pain, inflammation. So what they were looking at is possibly taking out those screws.
Si Andrada pumukol ng 3 at pumasok. We have the biggest lead of Magnolia currently on your screens, an 11-pointer. Perez counters, it shakes out and in, and that 11-point lead has now been reduced to 8.
San Miguel only shooting 29% from
Baba,
the field.
In the first quarter.
Oo, 55% naman itong Magnolia. Magnolia, even with their 5 turnovers up at the end of the first 12 minutes, largely because they moved the ball well with 9 assists in the first quarter alone.
And this layup finds a way for Alfaro. And a 10-point lead has been established. Here's Verana taking away that break. Out by San Miguel. Corner pass. Paulie momentarily free. Does not force it. Great dish. And that'll count. Make a 7th foul.
When you move that ball, good things will happen. Sangalang, again, the recipient of that. Sangalang now with 7 points in the game.
You know, this is where the absence of the import just beginning to tell. Why? The space that the import can occupy, you know. Kung nandun yun, baka hindi pwedeng mga cut-cut na ganyan. At ito, San Miguel hoping, boy, somebody's working the telephone probably now, huh?
And the one who's working on giving those assists, Paul Lee, already with 3 assists in this ball game.
Sino kaya? Si Gia Bonilla, nakikita mo ba? Hindi.
Sigurado busy yan. Hanap.
Oh! Junmar with a turnaround. It's a story often told here in the PBA. May mga ganyan nangyari. Each team has experienced something like that. You know?
Minsan yung magaling na import talaga. Diba? There are some things that you need to manage. Remember Coach Jong Yuchiko telling us about a number of imports. Diba, Seth, even nung dati, nagkukwentuhan tayo kanina. Diba? Guys like Billy Ray Bates.
Oops! Yeah!
Wow!
Sino yung nakahilata? Si Alfaro.
Si Alfaro.
Nag-hop step and jump pa si Jericho.
Tignan mo yung Jericho. Pagkatapos niyang tumira, di ba nahulog si Alfaro? Tinalo na niya para masigurado niyang hindi niya mabagsakan. Hindi niya mabagsakan.
Ito direct.
Iwas injury.
Mas magandang angulo siguro. Oh, nadapa.
Ayun, no?
Hurdle, ano? Bumaba sa 9 ang lamang ng Magnolia. Jericho aims carefully. Takes care of business there. And he now has 3 points. Lead is slashed down to 8. Love ko yung nagkwentuhan tayo nila Jong Wichiga nung minsan. Practice pa lang, masaya na yung team eh. Diba? Naman mo si Joseph pag nagkwento. Fall away, baby. No, it won't work. Loose ball. Oh, hindi masalo, hindi mapulot ni Verano. Lob pass. Offensive foul yata atawag.
Oo, mukha nga. Well, napasa niya na yung bola. Ang problema, hindi na siya nakapreno. Diba? Gave up this pass to Junmar.
Buti pa siya, maraming gasolina. We had to say it. Had to say it. 38-30. We will be back with your game. No, we will stay because it's at 30. Sino tumawag ng 30? Si Leo yan.
Sir, balikan natin yung perimeter points nung first half, or first quarter rather. 10 perimeter points for the Hotshots.
Ayaw mo na magsalita?
Ayoko na.
Okay, sige. Bell, ikaw na daw.
Nakukulangan si Coach Leo sa ball movement. Sa first quarter, naka-5 assists lang sila against Magnolia sa 9. In their last huddle, he emphasized wanting to see 3 to 4 passes first before making a basket. He also instructed them to set higher screens to allow Junmar more space to operate. Balik sa inyo.
Tama.
Dali. Ito, chinechempohan ko. Zoom out mo direct. Ayaw kasi katabi si Richard. Para silang nag-aantay magpagupit dito. Ang tagal. Knowing our friends, ang tagal naman ito.
Pero parang mas gusto ko na nakafocus kay Boss Al kaysa kay Coach Richard.
Sige, bahala ka. Alam mo ang magandang panel, si Mago, ikaw, si Richard. Sa finals, yun, hindi ko na gagawin ko radio coverage, papakinggan ko na lang. Uy, turn around, hindi masok.
Pero Seth, yung sinasabi ni Bell kanina na hinihingi ni Coach Leo Austria, you need to set the screens high because pag mas mababa yung screens, mas makakatulong, mas masikip yung painted area. So you want enough space for Junmar to be able to operate.
Oh, straight and through, Marcio on 3. And San Miguel comes within 5.
Remember, Marshall Laster coming off that big game that he had when they played Rain or Shine.
First set of points by Marcio in this battle. Andrada. Alfaro probing inside. Verano top of the keyhole. Nearly stolen into the corner we go. That will work. Good ball movement by Magnolia.
You like the movement. You like that the points are coming from different individuals para dito sa Magnolia.
Correct. That's an even better point. This is a good matchup. Lee against Lassiter. Marcia shook free. Now, all he needs is just that fraction of space to release, though he was offline in that particular attempt.
We mentioned in his previous game, 27 points para kay Marshall Laster, a season high for him.
Shot clock coming down to less than 10. Sanggalang waiting for everybody to whirl around. Alfaro needs a decision here. It's in the corner. Verano trying to create separation. It dribbles in.
You can see somebody's been working on his game.
Yeah. And Verano has now 3 points. 2 points or 3 points? Ewan ko rito sa scoreboard ng
2 points. 2 points.
2 points. Oh, yun.
Yan ang 3.
Si Kahilig, grabe yung dipsido niya ng isang araw, ano? Ilang daang beses na na-replay yan sa social media at saka kaya ni Andreas yan. Sa Terra Firma nung ginagawa niya. Ito si Alfaro. Sanggalang. Ganito, tira mo. Why not? Rebound. Playing. Uy, muntik na.
Yeah, he did.
Unestablished. Hindi ka established. Sa akin, ha?
He jumped from the back court. Ang tanong ko, nakalanding na siya dun sa front court.
Hindi established yung position when he received the ball. Parang he was still in the air
Pass could have waited for a little bit by Andrada. Hindi naman siya under duress, di ba? Could have waited for a little bit just to get his point guard back.
Marshall to Fajardo. Junmar. Nope. Shoving and pushing. Sanggalang. Parang ang feeling ko si Ian Sanggalang pag natatawagan ng foul to Junmar. Ano naman po ang kailangan kong gawin? Lahat na po sinubukan ko.
Ano ba pwede kong gawin?
Ano ba pwede kong gawin? Diba? Kayo naman. This guy never short as far as trying is concerned. Junmar receiving. Sanggalang trying to keep instead. Junmar, turn around. Graceful move, no conversion. Baroka is back in the game. Dropped, picked up anew. Baroka, Sanggalang. Oh, back to them.
Wow. Alam mo, lahat ng puntos ni Sanggalang, he's making himself available after that screen. And he's positioning himself well, and you gotta give it to his teammates. They are finding him.
Doon sa pick and roll, alam niyang gumalaw eh.
Oo.
Ha?
Sa gitna ba yun ng paa ni Junmar?
Tila ata eh.
Parang in between the legs of Junmar yung pasang yun ni Baroka.
Lucero's back in and will pull out Andrada. Andrada with a decent performance on the floor. Had 3 points. Sa katerbang coach din son. Ilan dyan ang kakampi mo sa Magnolia? Lahat yan?
Jason, Juno, Mon, Eric Arejola, pati. Even their consultant.
Si Eric sa juniors.
Tony Boy Espinosa,
Si
5.
Eric sa juniors.
Hindi.
Sa seniors.
Oo, seniors din. Hindi lang kami nagsabay on the team.
Riot na, tapos atinista yung coach niya. Riot talaga.
Yung nakalaban mo din.
Stony Boy ang galing na.
Ay, grabe.
Sir, hindi nga pwede ipasa mo lang. Kay Bacolod yan Iloilo.
Tsaka akala mo, sobrang seryoso, di ba, pag tinignan mo. But one of the biggest pranksters that I know.
Oh, talaga?
Oo.
Samantala, as Dom and I go through some nostalgia, we'll let this timeout play out. Brought to you by Solaire Online. Play the game your way on Solaire Online Sportsbook.
Sio, you'll be here. Sio. Marcio. Sio. You'll be here. And Dilmar will be here. Okay? Pin down. Pin down. Kahiling will come up here. Pin down. And you get the ball. Okay?
May blood donation lang po.
Okay, and blood donation program. The PBA involved in this. Free tickets for donors, and the registrations will start, and they have started tomorrow. They will
Always
start tomorrow.
good to be part of that.
It's good daw for your system.
Yes.
Ako, I do that every 6 months.
Saka, Seth, can you imagine, di ba? Pag nabigay ka ng dugo, you're extending somebody's life.
That's
It's a great way of
and
giving.
lalo na kung yung blood mo, yung mahirap hanapin.
Yes.
Samantala, libre. 3! Gomez de Leaño knocking it in from three-point country.
Alam mo how Magnolia struggled in the first half against Barangay Ginebra? Completely different in this ball game. They only had 35 points in the first half against Barangay Ginebra. Now they have 48 with 5 minutes and 27 left.
Lassiter, it won't bite. Trollano can't get to it. Here comes Lucero down the right flank. Cross court to Gomez de Leaño. Just a step late. Both the pass and the runner, actually.
A little bit too aggressive that time, but you know that's what happens at times when you want to push that basketball.
And this is a three-point delivery brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Magnolia 48, San Miguel 36. At the end of the first quarter, Magnolia had an 8-point lead at 30-22. Wami Chongson back on the floor. He was a starter here today. Tautua, also a starter, throws it up. No. Rondial. Tautua gets it to go on the follow.
If you're San Miguel, you need to be able to crash the boards. You know that your strength is points in the paint.
Lalong walang import.
Oh, you have big guys inside. You need to be able to get those boards, especially if you're guys like Rondial and Tautua.
So again, the report is that the import of San Miguel Patton not available for practice over the last 3 days. Said that he would play today, but he's nowhere in sight, as Bell reported earlier. I will hold the reasons. We don't know the whole story. I'm sure it'll just come out in
Stating facts lang tayo.
Yeah,
right?
it's how much management will reveal at the end of this game, actually. I'm sure it's not something they like. For sure. Diba? Kakainis eh.
Yes.
Diba?
Sabi nga nila, the word that they use is very unprofessional, right?
Oh, that much they've said. CJ 3, just short. Chapman uses the tentacles to snare that board. Already with 3 boards in this game. Ganda ng pasa ni Barrock.
Magnolia able to use that two-man game and then feed it off to the big men. Big men doing a good job of sliding to the basket or diving to the basket.
When you saw Magu earlier, were you disoriented na si Magu ang magiging kasama mo today?
Hindi naman. Ano talaga, I was hoping that I was gonna have a very clean and happy Sunday. Pero ganun talaga eh, di ba?
Pag minamalas ka na.
Oo eh. Life is just thrown at you every so often, di ba?
Te-texting ka niya na, hoy, second quarter
Parang
na.
parang nasa kalikats biglang may gumigit-git sa'yo, yung naiinis ka lang. Kala ko naman tapos na yung parusa ko last week eh.
Enjoy naman ng tao sa inyo eh. First opening
on
pala.
a better note, happy birthday kay Joanne.
Ronnie Magsanong, happy birthday.
Coach Ronnie, happy birthday.
Dami. Actually, kumakain sila ngayon. Tayo nagtatrabaho eh. Ewan mo ba?
Sana may maabutan pa tayo.
Hoy, tira nyo kami. Libre. Oy, nasundot yung pasa. De La Rosa, may foul si CJ Perez.
There were 3 guys from Magnolia trying to run down that floor para makakuha sila ng
Para sila nag-100-meter dash.
But CJ Perez,
Ito.
good anticipation by De La Rosa. CJ Perez, I love how he did not give up. De La Rosa, he kept De La Rosa busy na hindi niya mapasa dun sa likod eh.
Si De La Rosa, nag-iisip din, sungkitan ko kaya ng foul to. Pag foul, tataas ko.
Pero titignan nila yung hawak ng kaliwang kamay nitong si CJ Perez.
50-38 with 3:44 remaining. We are the curtain raiser today. Seb Sarmiento, Domenico, and Bel Gregorio, your broadcast trio here. Later on, well, talking of Magu, he'll work the second game later on. Ginebra against Phoenix. You're right about the fact that because of the way Meralco and Raynor Shine are playing so well, these teams that are at the middle will have to start moving already.
Start moving, and it's difficult yung mga decision na ganyan. So it's an advantage foul.
Nakahiwalay na eh, no? Nahawak na yung bola eh. Dama ba yung dinikot? 3 free throws?
2 free throws.
Kaya nga tinanong kita eh.
And Sam, you know yung decisions, right? With the imports. And you know, I always say this. Pagka import-laden conference, tinitignan parate sino ang barometer, right? In this conference, looks like the import na tinitignan obviously is Ball Manute Ball, but at the same time, itong si Justin Brownlee.
Nataka siya sa Rain or Shine. Who's just enjoying
6-0, right? You gotta give it to him.
Himself, dancing himself with joy. Pati si Kaylan Chongson, dancing partner na niya.
Parang tinuruan daw sila lahat yata ni Apple David. Galing doon sa...
Okay,
diba?
okay.
Sa All-Stars, tama ba?
In the meantime, Magnolia will be charged with this timeout at the 3:44 mark of your second quarter. Okay, pag-usapan natin ng Mayo 1, ang araw ng manggagawa. libreng ticket para sa lahat ng manggagawang Pilipino. May 1 Friday dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. First come, first serve basis po tayo para ma-avail po yan. Mabuhay ang manggagawang Pilipino. Bakit hindi nagkakaroon ng libreng ticket on April 1? So lahat ng full...
Hindi ka sigurado kasi kung totoo
Kasi wala nga amin. Una, wala nga amin na full. Pangalawa, baka nanloloko lang ng PBA nung araw na yun. At least ito, siguro... ito seryoso to, di ba? Naisip ko lang kasi April 1, di ba? Ito na yung mga genius sa social media. Si Seb Sarmenta ko ano pinagsasasabi. Ganda ng ball movement so far ng Magnolia, ha? Chapman with 6 on the shooting clock. He loves that move. Oh, great pass. Oh, great pass.
Pass.
Uy, not counted. 3-second violation. Medyo late yung tawag, ha?
Wow.
It might be the right call, but a little ironic, ha?
Bibihira ka na kasi makakita ng tawag na ganyan, eh. Right? That 3-second violation. Very seldom do you see that in games.
Interesting, ha? 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. No.
And sometimes pinababayaan na, eh. Di ba? Pagkakonte na lang.
Lalo na off a pass na gano'n, di ba?
Like kung fumake pa siya ulit, right? Then I'm sure that the Magnolia Hotshots would not complain.
Last hitter from the free throw line. Mainis ang Magnolia kasi napasukan na tirahan sila. Lead is down to 12. Ano biggest lead? Biggest lead is 14. Chapman tries to get those 2 points back. There is a foul. Chapman will shoot free throws here. And Tautua guilty of that foul.
It's a quick spin again towards that baseline for Chapman. Tautua will need to be able to try and defend that a little bit better.
Parang ano, no? Patented move niya all his life. Yun ang go-to move niya. Sa akin, ang best reaction na tawagan ng foul si Moto. Whether it's real, it's true, he agrees or disagrees, he has the best reaction. May kamay, may tira itong Chapman, 2 for 2. And he has 17 already in this first half. Di ba nung first quarter, naka 10 points kagad dito? Early set of points of Magnolia, siya eh. Here's Marshall.
Alam mo, importante na kasi he needs to regain the confidence of the team with him as well. Good defense by Gomez de Leano.
Marshall felt it was off the foot of the defender. Was hoping for a challenge, but San Miguel opting to preserve that opportunity to make a challenge. Coming down to the 2.5-minute mark, there is a foul called by referee Gruta. Lassiter sent San Miguel into the penalty. The lead has been restored to 14, which has been the biggest lead in this first half. Again, if you're tuning in late, those who have been with the game since the start, you have to forgive me. I have to tell the late tuners that San Miguel is playing without an import here today. Because of reasons na hindi rin ma-explain ng San Miguel.
Ang sabi nga nila, the official statement is 3 araw nang hindi nakapag-ensayo, pero nag-commit dahil masama ang pakiramdam, pero nag-commit na maglalaro today.
Magpakita rin today, di ba? Hirap din magpatakbo ng PBA team. Ano? Nako, ito na yung biggest lead. 16. Perez. Looking inside. He wants to step back in, but he opts to drive. He's jammed outside Brandial. Drops it. Sa akin, it's a 2. It looks like he stepped on the line.
Definitely inside that mark.
Brandial with 4 in this game. 14 points is the distance. Chapman lost the ball, recovered it. High lob pass over to Gomez de Leano. Lastimosa and company less than 10 seconds on the shooting clock. Here's Lucera, will use the tentacles, those long arms but missed the basket. Ball is reclaimed and retaken. De La Rosa. Shot clock hindi
Shot
clear.
clock
Change of
violation.
possession.
But, you know, if you're Magnolia, okay lang. Because the guys are hustling. The guys,
and you have a
you can
14
feel the
point lead.
energy.
And Lapid will come in for Chapman.
And you like how Coach LA is managing the minutes.
Now,
Kasi galing ka rin sa laro nung Friday. Right? And Chapman also, you know, he said he's feeling much better but may not be 100% yet. So whatever rest that you can give him now that you've got a sizable lead, that's very important. Makikita mo he's giving more minutes to the others. Lapot now getting some burn.
Libre, tres. And if you're Magnolia, you've got to be worried if CJ Perez begins to percolate.
The thing with San Miguel, ang
He
daming
did that.
scorer.
He did that against Ginebra, you know.
Yes. Parang import din kasi yung laro, di ba?
Lucero is bottled up. Gomez de Leaño's attempt just falls short in front of the rim. Perez has no numbers. Checked his footing. Somebody underneath. Brundian. They forgot about it completely. 6 points by Rodney.
Miscommunication there on the defense.
Lead is 9.
Ang galing ni Rodney Brondel sa ganun. Going to the open spot.
Yung bigla na lang kikreate siya ng opportunity na libre siya. Here's Lucero above the keyhole area. Loses his dribble. Here's Wami. They don't want to waste it. Junmar. Look at the way they pass the ball. Barcia is bothered. And a foul is called against Lucero. Ganda ng pasahan niya.
Just unselfish there.
Ito yun eh. Trail job si Junmar pero didn't feel. Ito kung na, pwedeng pumasok yun ha. Lassiter yun. First free throw. Missed. Marshall doesn't miss that many, you know. It's 3 free throws because he was clipped in the three-point zone by Lucero.
Before that miss, he was 2 out of 2 for the season.
Yeah.
For the first 6 games.
We now have a 30-second timeout called by Magnolia.
San Miguel making some headway, especially in the last 3 minutes. 10-4. Itong scoring ng San Miguel in the last 3 minutes.
Let's check on the schedule of Magnolia in the days ahead.
Next week, kalaban nila ang Converse Inares Antipolo, then Rain or Shine 6 days after, then Titan Ultra. Those are the next 3 games. Like you mentioned, Magnolia 2-4 right now. So they could be 3-4 when they play Converge, or they could be 2-5.
Ang Rain or Shine, they're saying, we hope we can keep it going as far as we can carry it. In the meantime, San Miguel's 3-game schedule. Of course, you know that the Bossing have made a coaching change.
Yes.
Pat Aquino is now the head coach. They say it's interim, but
First time PBA coach yan, huh?
Yeah, but he's been an assistant
For
also.
the longest time, yes.
So Blackwater, actually.
A lot of experience.
And with the women's.
With the women's also.
And done a wonderful job there.
May record din sa NU. Ano ba? 86?
Something like that.
86 games?
My favorite woman player is April.
Yeah.
Tapang. 56-48. No fear. Lastimosa. Perez. May foul. Gomez de Leaño. LA is looking at Lastimosa. And it's a point guard to point guard situation.
He's giving him the opportunities. He's giving him the opportunities to orchestrate and to create.
Grabe, no? Yung patience that he has to exert.
Kasi grabe naman din yung upside nitong si Lastimosa, right?
Wala namang question yan. But yun the fact that, di ba, from a coaching standpoint, di ba, lalo na yung Magnolia team, ilang na ang point guard yan. Espinosa, Tenorio, Monjose.
Jason Webb.
Sino
Point
yun?
guard din yun.
Sino?
Governor.
Oh, sorry. I did not see that coming. Ano namang may surprise. Jason Webb as a PBA
Governor.
Governor.
A good thing, you know, with Governor Jason Webb, very young, and I think one of the reasons why they put him there is to have some fresh ideas coming in.
Yes, indeed. So Magnolia preserves an 8-point lead, the lead they had at the end of the first quarter of play. They've led by as much as 16. CJ Perez with some shining moments, Dom, in this first half of play.
He's got 16 points in the ball game, 3 rebounds and 4 assists and 3 steals. They are playing importless. So the import-like playing of CJ Perez lumalabas na dito sa larong ito. Knocking down threes, attacking the basket, and just being aggressive. Pati dun sa depensa, nakikita mo, he's playing the passing lanes, trying to get those steals and force some turnovers.
And all of us will be right back after halftime activities. We'll break down this first half as well.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events. The thrilling moments. And relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events. The thrilling moments. And relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events. The thrilling moments. And relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch
It's 28 points in that second quarter. However, Magnolia managed to keep their heads above the water and maintain the lead they had at the end of the first quarter. But San Miguel began to get going in the second period, Dom.
Well, that second period, you could see that CJ Perez going to work para dito sa San Miguel Beermen. But ang maganda dito sa Magnolia, they were able to keep in step in that second quarter.
Yeah.
Nakita natin maganda, angat na angat sila nung first quarter. In that second quarter, they were able to keep in step even if they rotated their players. So everybody from the bench coming in and being able to contribute dun sa cost nitong Magnolia Hotshots.
I'm sure the number that, teka, ayusin natin para po.
Ayun.
The number, kasi pagkagalitan yung mga katabi natin, hindi naayos yung kay Dominic Uy. Tingnan niyo yung assist ng Magnolia, grabe.
And you look at the rebounds, right? You want to be controlling the rebounds, especially when you're playing against San Miguel, 23-15. Yung assist, yun nga yung sasabi natin. Ikot na bola, 5 dyan kay Baroka, 3 kay Poli, 17-11. Turnovers, though, Magnolia still need to do a better job of that. And that's why mas maganda na nilaro na San Miguel na nung second quarter because of forcing those turnovers. And when you force that turnover, kita mo, doon sa turnovers ng Magnolia, 15 points ang na-score nitong San Miguel. Let's look at our leading scorer, CJ Perez, 16 points. Mo Tautua with 8. Lassiter with 6 and Brondial with 6 as well. On the other hand, Magnolia with their import leading with 17. Sangalang coming off the bench with 10. Lucero with 5. Gomez Iliano with 5 as well. Pero itong si Lucero needing to do a better job in terms of the turnovers. Lucero turning the ball over, I think, way too much with 4 turnovers already.
So it's going to be intriguing, amusing. And if you're Magnolia, this is the day you want to win because San Miguel is without an import here today. The best chance, probably one of the best chances for you
and
to beat
they're not 100%
San
healthy.
Yeah,
Seth,
and
right?
they're also coming off a loss the other day to Rain or Shine.
You don't want San Miguel to get a groove. You don't want themselves to get going because it is difficult. They have a lot of firepower in that lineup.
At saka yung third quarter has historically been a San Miguel kind of quarter.
They don't necessarily start out well, right? Ilang beses na natin nakita yan, but they finish strong.
Saka parang pagka nasermonan ng halftime, sakate pa rin coach yan, ano? Ato Agustin, Dayong Mendoza, Boise Samar, George Gallant. Hindi naman siguro golf ang sinasabi ni George yan, ano? Nakalaro mo na yan sa golf course.
Ayoko, iwas ako dyan.
Si Anthony Suntay nga na nagkukwento kami sa hallway, nilait-lait. Si Anthony napaka-passionate maglaro, ano, di ba? Lait to. Kung lait to si
Hindi,
George.
ito si George naman kasi talaga. Yung
May
level
karapatan.
niya, oo, may karapatan. May karapatan.
Sinong pwede natin isabay siya?
Magaling siya, pero mas magaling pa siya magyabang.
Iba yun. Iba yun. Ibang level.
Diba? Pero nakakatawa na. Yung yabang niya kasi nakakatawa eh. Hindi nakakainis.
The road and the thing. Diba? Ito, light. Tapos si Anthony, hindi, ayoko.
Saka meron sa mga ibang sinasabi na siya lang talaga pwede magsabi.
Siya lang may karapatan.
Eh.
Squeeze play by San Miguel works. Trollano gets it inside. Si Trollano, bantayan nyo sa third quarter. Umiinit sa second half lagi yan. And San Miguel now comes within 6. Chapman on the receiving end has 17 markers.
And look at the lineup right now of San Miguel to start with Cruz, Trollano, and CJ Perez. Lahat yan scorer.
Chapman is fouled by Tautua, and if that's Tautua, that will be 4 fouls already.
You cannot lose feel of Chapman. Chapman will keep on going to that board, and Tautua that time not able to put a body on Chapman.
He knows how to use that length. I've been playing. He's 37 years old, been around the world. This is how he makes his pay.
Hard worker.
Oo, masipag. $61.52. Not the most talented siguro in terms of skills, but he'll take hard work any day, ano ha? Ito si Tautua with 4 personal fouls and all. Shops around for an open teammate. Over to Brondial on the given. Oh, that won't work on the pick and roll. Couple of early minutes of this third quarter. Oh, great pass to Chapman. That won't stay down, however.
He thought that was going to go in. Jumaging na siya pabalik.
1/4 of the way down, but it popped out at the last moment. De La Rosa trying to pursue Trollano, and here we are with Perez. Barroca waiting for his next move. Kick out. Trollano aims but can't release. Uses his left hand. Brondial returns the ball into the hoop.
If you're Magnolia, hindi ka pwede magpabaya dito. Right? You know that San Miguel is going to come out strong in the third quarter. You cannot give up easy shots. You cannot give up offensive rebounds. Yung aggressiveness, you still need to be ahead of San Miguel there.
Barroca with a good cut, turnaround shot, very short though. Here's Perez streaking into his front court, aims, thought about it. Tautua, they're looking for the cutters. Trollano and Barroca get entangled. Brondial there's a hand on Rondiel's hand, and it's De La Rosa most likely.
Remember we kept mentioning para sa Magnolia nung first 2 quarters, ang ganda ng kanilang ikot ng bola.
Yep.
Now that's happening for San Miguel. Guys are able to hold on to that, to move that basketball.
Issue, no, whether it was hindi binigyan ng free throws.
Oh, I'm surprised there.
Bell, what do you have?
Magnolia's very pleased with their 55% field goal percentage. Yung 12 turnovers ang binigyan nilang pansin sa dugout, especially since carelessness ang rason kung bakit nila tinutulungan pa nila makascore ang Beermen. At gaya nga ng sinabi nyo, they are anticipating SMB to really erupt here in the third quarter. So they're switching up their defense. Half-court offense naman ayon kay Coach Peter ang tinuunan ng pansin ng Beermen as they're importless and lost in points in the paint 22-16. Junmar just attempted 4 times in the first half, but this isn't a concern dahil ayaw nga nila bigyan siya ng masyadong pressure knowing he's not 100%. Rather, they'd want to run a bit more. Sir Seven Dog.
Thank you very much, Bel Gregorio. Tapang lang nito sila Stimosa.
But with that report of Bell, makikita mo that the focus of the offense will be more on the perimeter with CJ Perez, Trollano, and Jericho Cruz.
The awesome threesome, you know? Is that gonna count? It's not gonna count. Travis, Chris Ross ba yung nakasombrero ngayon?
Yes.
Nung isang araw, mukhang pupuntang party eh. Pero ngayon mukhang ito, jogging.
Mukhang kaka-workout lang eh.
Yeah. Hindi counted yung attempt na yon. 7 points ang lamang. Traveling ang tawag. Nalulungkot ang San Miguel kasi they're trying to get a rally going here. But you move on to the next point. Lucero with a good stretch of a great feed by Baroka. Yun na naman assist nila.
Alam mo yung 4 na turnover ni Lucero? By my recollection, 3 of them when he put the ball on the floor.
In the meantime, Estimosa chases it before it rolled away. Back-to-back hits by the Hotshots. In the meantime, the Beermen will use a timeout. Timplados Hotshots now lead by 11, 67-56, and a timeout brought to you by Solaire Online. Play the game your way on Solaire Online Sportsbook.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Kailangan naka-check, punta rito. Okay? Okay? First thing first, this is blue, pero nakabalik dito, nag-head. That's emergency switch or check. Okay? Now, ang sinasabi ko ngayon sa offense, guys, always, dalawang maliit na point guard yun, okay? Pagka inirun nyo yung flex, okay? Inirun yung flex, pagpunta nyo doon, okay? Pwede postihan.
Big shot from Ian Sangalang, pick and pop.
Again, icing the ball screen. 4-point shot, no. Rebound for Trollano. Don scores inside with a foul.
You just cannot ball watch against Don Trollano.
Trollano for 4. It's more! For Ian, they have to go outside. Lastimosa swings it to Chris Kuhn for 4. It's gone! They're in business. Paul Lee dribbling down court. Paul Lee. Lastimosa for the win! No!
Sister company ka dyan. Ito, wala yan. Ito sa PBA, bakbakan yan. They wanna beat each other.
Eh, di ba nga, kung ang tingin mo dyan magkapatid, di ba? Eh, gusto mo ikaw yung paborito. Eh, paano ka magiging paborito? Di ba pag mananalo ka?
Siyempre. Lastimosa, dish off, De La Rosa clobbered, and San Miguel is up in arms. I think they want a goaltend call. They will review this. Ito mo yung coaching staff ng San Miguel.
Held on. Mukhang natamaan niya yung likod ng rim eh, di ba?
Review. Look at them. Nakatayo lahat.
Kasi pwede mong tapikin outside the cylinder pero hindi ka pwede humawak.
So we're in a review right now. Si Chapman daw sabi ni Bele, mapili sa diet. Wala hindi daw masyadong meat eater at saka ano. Siguro may natapat lang eh.
Di ba madami rin naman dyan yung mga seafood diet. Everything you see, you eat.
Ako yun. Ano sabi? No?
No.
So legal yung move ni Chapman. Okay. Hindi ba, I'm kidding walang mapipigaw na. Hindi ba pwedeng sabihin, during the review? Lahat after the review. No? The opening sentence is always, after the review.
After the review.
Di ba?
Past
okay. Nanggugulo lang ako, kaya nga walang mapipigaw. 68-56. 7:57 to go. And you can tell by the way these teams are putting their emotions on the court, how important this game is because of the team standings. We'll try to show you the team standings again later. You'll understand why they're really going at each other here.
At where we are in the elimination round.
Yes, and
halfway.
Your point is very well taken. You're running out of games, boys.
Kumbaga 50% of the games di ba? Tapos na eh. And the number that you're looking at historically.
You're looking at the ones in front of you now.
Yes.
Diba?
And you're looking at least 7 wins to make it into the next round safely.
Ano ba yung sombrero ni Chris Ross? Oakland A's ba yun?
Parang, green and yellow eh.
Green and yellow. 69-56. Magnolia has managed to keep San Miguel at bay here. Here's Jericho. Dribbling hard. Troliano. This is the awesome threesome of San Miguel. Troliano, jab steps, releases on 17. Drops it. 6 points by Troliano.
San Miguel now needing to make some stops.
Checking that. It is
zoning up
Troliano
now
with
that they have Junmar Fajardo inside.
Somebody free in the corner. It's De La Rosa. He likes that spot.
And that's the way to break that zone. Move that basketball. Find the open guy. That time at the corner, si Rome De La Rosa.
And he has 7 points. Last touch by Junmar, who doesn't know that the call has gone this way. Now they will challenge. In the meanwhile, a three-pointer brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. And we take a break in the action as this is going to be reviewed underneath the challenge of San Miguel.
Yung last touch yung china-challenge, di ba?
Which, as you ask many referees, the hardest thing to call. Yung sino nag-touch last, di ba? Mas madali daw yung charging, blocking, di ba? I was teasing Leo Austria and B-Boy Raban is on the way in. Notice in social media now, naglalabasan yung mga team na luma. Upcore, yung mga PABL
After doing the
team.
play, the last out-of-bounds call is reversed. Last touch po si Chapman. Therefore, the challenge of SMB is successful.
Okay. Magnolia will lose possession here. Successful, and so they keep one more challenge, you know, Siguro sinasabi Leo, kayo naman, sana hindi na ako nag-challenge. Well, I'm sure they're happy that they got this possession and it's a successful challenge. Look at Perez. And that's, is it on Baroka?
That's going to be on Baroka, number 3 for Baroka.
Yeah. Kalain mo na. Fidel Mangonon, our head statistician, and the rest of the guys counting the number of games of Barako, over 600.
Grabe.
Dipsy do. No. Follow-up, no. Junmar got it.
I'll talk about creating space that time. Junmar Fajardo. Obviously, Magnolia thinking that that was an should have been an offensive foul.
Barroca playing in his 637th straight game. Diba? Downstairs. Libre. Mas libre. Good shake and bake. He got it.
When he's in the flow, Lastimosa can definitely do that.
7 points by the young point guard. Lead is 15. Congestion underneath. Brondial whips it outside. Trollano trying to jab step around De La Rosa. Oh, the ball will go the other way. And Junmar was nowhere to receive it. Erased. And this was the three-point delivery earlier by Lastimosa, brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. 6 minutes to go in the third. Lastimosa and Barroca working the perimeter. Chapman
going to the open spots. Magnolia still being very patient, moving that ball, doing a good job against this zone of San Miguel.
And this 77-60 lead is the biggest lead by Magnolia in this game. Again, San Miguel here on the court without their import. And that is knocked away.
Magnolia doing a good job of not allowing Junmar to feel his defender, and then them going over and around to be able to get that basketball.
Lucero creates underneath. And now another big lead, the biggest, at 19 points, 79-60. And watch this before we go into a break. But we will not, as this is a 30-second timeout.
Now this third quarter for Magnolia, you have De La Rosa with 5, Lucero scoring 4 points, 7 points for Lastimosa, and then you have their import scoring 5 points.
And here is the team standings and the point you were making.
Ito, San Miguel at 8th spot right now, 3-3. They have 12 elimination games, so you're halfway done. This is the 7th. This is the start of the second half ng elimination round. Itong Magnolia at 10th place, 2-4. The magic number that we are projecting, obviously, is about 7-1 games to make it into the next round safely. Kaya itong rain or shine, 1 game away basically if to make it. Pero alam mo naman na ayaw mong dun lang.
Yeah.
You want to go to about 9-1 games.
Because of the top
four para meron ka twice to beat.
Advantage, actually. That's why you can see why teams like Meralco and rain or shine, they want to keep on winning.
Yes, chalk up the most number of wins that you can, right? That's always the goal.
Cruz looking inside. And the scoring of the import is the thing that's missing here as well. You know, San Miguel so potent, but without an import who has not been around for close to a week now.
After a stop, Magnolia wanting to run. Sinabi ni Bel kanina gusto tumakbo ng San Miguel, but it's been the opposite. It's been Magnolia who's been able to run.
Which is now in their biggest lead of the game, biggest spread, 21 points. Lassiter is brought in. Boy, you know, this is a bad time for San Miguel not to have an import given the team standings race.
Well, that and the injuries. Meron din sila on Junmar.
Kung may import na nagdi-deliver, ma-offset yung mga problems with the injuries eh. Not completely.
Pero malalighten yung load.
No, exactly. Jericho whirling, wheeling and dealing. Nowhere to go. Apologized to CJ. Lee thought about it. Lastimosa, Chapman, no thinking, firing. Bang! It's a 3!
What a big comeback game. Para dito kay Chapman. Clint Chapman now with 25 points.
And the biggest lead of Magnolia is posted at 24. Lassiter cuts it down to 22.
San Miguel needing to make some stops. You look at the points off turnovers, 22 points off turnovers na Magnolia. Nabaliktad na yan dito sa third quarter.
Oh. Chapman dancing with Junmar. Paulie 4. When it rains, it hits the target.
30 points already for Magnolia this quarter. 12 pa lang para sa San Miguel.
Dive, dive, dive. In the meantime, here's Jericho. Lastimosa in front of him. Jericho trying to body up against the smaller Lastimosa. He is clobbered by a double team, but is fouled. This is going to be interesting. Is it a shooting situation? Here's that 3 by Chapman. And then later on, the 4 by Paul Lee. A huge 88-62 lead now as this timeout is brought to you by Solaire Online. Play the game your way on Solaire Online Sportsbook. Here's a bit of history. Commissioner's Cup Best Player of the Conference for both the San Miguel and Pure Foods franchises. Alvin Patrimonio, Danny I, Chris Ross, Junmar Fajardo, and CJ Perez. Pwede bang first 5 yan? Pwede, no?
Pwede. Ayan.
Ayan si Cap.
Cap.
Kakatakot si Cap nun pagka he gnashes his teeth and plays in the low post.
Once he puts his head down, tas popostehan ka, grabe yun.
Tabi. Takas din na loob na paano doon si Jericho Dinieri sa kapila.
Oh, Sev, this third quarter, turnovers for San Miguel. 4 turnovers for San Miguel. Magnolia scoring 8 points off those turnovers. Kaya naman,
takbo ng takbo yung Magnolia.
Oo.
Binigyan ng free throw si Jericho. The second free throw won't work. It's a 25-point lead. Points this quarter. Look at this.
Coach Leo trying to go deep in his bench right now with Calma to be able to get, hopefully a spark to be able to get some big plays.
Anything right now. Difficult undergo stab by Verano, who saw action in the second quarter earlier. But here's the thing. Over the last 2 weeks, have you noticed that some 20-point leads have been erased? Remember that rain or shine game? They had a 20-plus point lead, but struggled towards the end. So it's still possible, huh? Libre. He never had a sizable lead against both Nen and Lex and San Miguel, and still did not win the game. And here comes Junmar. Down to 21.
Going back to a man defense right now itong San Miguel dahil kanina nung nagsumuo na sila, doon lumaki yung kalamangan eh.
Lastimosa in the box. Referee Gruta making a call. CJ Perez whistled for the holding foul. Here comes the pass to Junmar Fajardo, gliding gracefully to the basket. And he's grimacing in pain. Huh? Ano yun, Ben?
Tibia.
Tibia. I guess also kasi malaki siya, no? Masakit yan, sakit din.
At saka ano naman talaga yung mga ganyan, yung tornillo is just to connect it. Right? Then after a while, tatanggalin din yan.
Libre si Verano. Malakas. 21 ang lamang. Ta-time out ba Magnolia kung makukonvert ito? Hindi na stop, ha? Down to 19.
Little by little, you know, San Miguel, malingat ka lang ng konti. That's a 8-0 run.
Shot clock reduced to less than 10. Lastimosa and company too far away. There's a reach in, fouled by Rosales. Alfaro will come in for Lastimosa. Shot clock of 14 for Magnolia. Paul Lee and Sangalang working the top of the keyhole area. Grada libre, Paul Lee mas libre. Starts his glide, boboard niya. Nabuta ni Junmar sa taas. Si Junmar kung minsan na para siyang si Manny Pacquiao. Sana walang masaktan.
Oo.
Ganun yung
Kasi alam mo, if you're a fierce competitor, ayaw mo naman na may masaktan.
libre.
Right? Ang pinakamasarap na laro is when everybody's at 100%. Everybody going hard.
The young guns of Magnolia at work in that rebound scenario. CJ squeezes his way through, no success. Paulie looks ahead. 46 seconds remaining. Naipit. Lee is free. Natulak si Andrade.
Rosales giving up 2 fouls already here in his stint, ending up holding, but already in the penalty.
35.6 seconds remaining, as you can see on your picture. Don't forget, when Dom and Bell and I are done here, we'll have Maguk and I think it's Dr. J. Yeah, come over. And Bell is going to work overtime. Bell will treat us to merienda next game.
Oo nga eh.
Diba?
Hardworking yung mga courtside natin.
Because Miss David, where is she?
Palitan lang naman sila eh.
Alam mo, Bell,
if you want to see the world,
Bell, nung wala ka, kami naman, is Madam Bell.
Oh.
Diba? Ganun lang yan.
Tsaka maganda, just follow them on their social media. Para alaman mo kung saan sila at kung ano mga pinupuntahan dyan.
Hindi mo na kailangan sabihin, where in the world?
No. Which part of the world?
Yon.
Yon.
Nainggit na naman tayong dalawa. Wala talaga tayong silbi. 92-69 ang score. Again, walang import tong San Miguel. Ay, foul.
Oh, that's gonna be
4 free throws ba yan? Sa 4 ba tinira?
Looks like it.
Oo nga.
Pushing down number 41, Robbie Bell. The second down, the first is down of Magnolia. 4 free throws for CJ.
Si LA kumakapit dun sa ad board natin dun sa kaliwa. Bakit pinahon? Sa 4 pinahon.
You mentioned the free throws.
60% ang average ni CJ. Ang bilis niya mag-release. Na? Pumasok ka yan, pero okay lang. Pero ang bilis niya mag-release. Verano is going to be replaced by Gomez de Leana. Tapang lang nitong Verano eh. No? Nakipagpalitan ng mukha eh.
And he's a hard worker.
Oh, actually. Yun. 20 ang lamang ng Magnolia. 13 seconds to go. Will it be enough in the fourth quarter? We shall find out in 10 seconds. And then some more minutes in between the quarters. Paulie with a head and shoulder fake. Will there be a decent attempt? There was an attempt, but no conversion by Alfaro. So, at the end of 3 quarters, Magnolia hangs on to a sizable lead at 92-72. Dominai and Bell will be back for your 4th quarter.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippines. Kakapadala ko lang last.
And because of that, they've got 92 points already after 3 quarters.
CJ Perez, one of the bright lights, given the dilemma that San Miguel is in, playing without an import here today.
21 points for CJ Perez.
And on the other hand, the import of Magnolia, after a game that he probably didn't play that well, now a shining sterling star here in this one.
Seb, only 18 points in that previous game against Barangay Ginebra. So far, after 36 minutes, Clint Chapman now with 25 points for the Hotshots.
And he will try to come back in for the 4th quarter, 92-72. You know, we won't say this game is over. We've seen some 20-point leads have been overturned. Keep in mind, we have the 3-point shot. We have the 4-point shot as well. And this is a young Magnolia team. Paulie loves it high to Chapman. Surveys the floor for a cutter. Pirouettes. And will get free throws in. Calma is the one called for the foul. And Bel Gregorio will report during these free throws.
Sir Selval, echo what you asked earlier. Remember that SMB Rain or Shine game? Dahil yun din ang pinapaalala ng Beermen sa isa't isa. Na kaya natin makabalik against Rain or Shine. This is still a long game. Coach Peter shared they already threw different defenses. Zone, one-on-one. Pero nakahanap pa rin ng paraan itong Hotshots. Kaya paalala ni Coach Leo, make sure you limit the space you're giving them to operate in. On offense, call something, set a play. Mag-usap-usap, hindi yung nagkakanya-kanya lang at pinipilit ang mga bagay-bagay. Gentlemen.
And they will need the entire 12 minutes of this 4th quarter to do exactly that, Bell. In the meantime, look at the record of the 2 teams and how important this battle is in the context of those records.
Except that previous game of Magnolia against Barangay Ginebra, they turned the ball over 20 times. So far, after 36 minutes, it's only 12.
At saka may crucial turnovers ng game na yun, actually, no?
And 8 doon nanggaling sa kanilang import in Chapman.
In the meantime, shot clock reduced to 4. Calma forces it up, and he will earn some free throws after being clipped. Chapman is the one called for the foul. And for Chapman, that will be 3 personal fouls.
Speaking of turnovers, in 3rd quarter na yun, 5 ang turnover ng San Miguel. Magnolia scoring 11 points of those turnovers. Ito namang Magnolia, walang turnover in the 3rd quarter, and then they had 9 assists in that quarter.
They were so fluid. They already had 17 assists in the first half, so 9, 26 lahat, di ba? Split from the line by Jan Calma, and the lead is 21 points. Chapman steps into the shot and scores. Ginagamit ni Chapman length and quickness, ha?
Yes.
Ayaw niya makipagpostihan ng matagal kasi kakainin siya ng double team, eh. Reach in foul by Sanggalang against Troliano. Gomez de Liano whistled for that foul. A sub coming in, it's Mo Tautua, who had a starting duty here today. By the way, Troliano has not started in any of the games of San Miguel. 27 minutes on the average off the bench. Troliano scores on a drive, and the lead is down to 21. Troliano now with 10. 10:40 remaining.
Let's have 3-point shooting for Magnolia in this ball game. 8 of 14, 57%. Ito na mga San Miguel, only 5 of 16 for 31%.
Chapman is alive and kicking, hitting a 3-point shot. He now has 32.
And you like how Coach L.A. Tenorio starting him out here in the fourth quarter, continuing what they've been doing, playing really well, helping each other out, and wanting a bounce-back game for his import.
And Leo Austria cannot kick it back in, and his team loses the ball right in front of him. Here's that delivery. Chapman delivering that three. Pag ilang tres na niya? Mga 5 siguro. 3 lang. Parang 5 na eh.
Oo.
Sanggalang, thought about it. Paulie swings right, goes left. Ganda na movement na Sanggalang. He moves well on the pick and roll. And he does it quickly. No hesitation.
And that's always been his strength. You know, being able to get close to the basket. Because he's tall and strong, he's able to get those 2 points.
My classmate and former PBA Commissioner Chito Narvas, also a player who played for the Ateneo Eagles at the NCAA. We were playing in alumni league, and he yelled at me, "Pag kubat ka, kung mo'y bibitin, tuloy mo." Yes, sir. And I learned the hard way. Tigalabas ako ng bola. Teammates ko, Joy Carpio, Fritz Gaston. Tigalabas mo lang.
Oo, yun naman. Kinakailangan. May kanya-kanyang role lang naman tayo.
Ochi Narvas, Chito Narvas. Tiga-in ba? Libre si Junmar. Hello? Hello? Hello! Parang bilyar na. Umalog, alog, alog.
Finally dropping down.
Ilan na si Kraken? 8. Tama ba ako? 15 puntos.
12 points.
Gomez de Liano free, but they don't get him to get the ball. Alfaro short. Good ball movement pa rin, ano?
And that's what you want. Keep moving that basketball. You will get better looks, which should translate into a better percentage.
Here's Rosales. He can be a spark plug. Sets up Tautua. 3 if it bites. It does.
A few more of those, this will be a different ball game.
101 to 80 tally here. 11 points by Tautua, who started here today. Gomez de Liano. Chapman considered it. Here comes Alfaro. Chapman says, "Give it back to me." Let's see what we can do here. Tautua. Aha, he lost it. He apologizes to the bench. Dapat muna siguro, inaiso no? Dapat pinasa muna sa labas muna. Reset. Repost. Outside to Tautua. Libre. In and out. Junmar cleans it up. And Magnolia has seen enough for the time being. Watch the sequence.
Look at Junmar Fajardo work for this rebound. Put it back, losing his balance a little bit, but cutting that lead down to just 19.
Okay, and the timeout brought to you by Solaire Online. Play the game your way on Solaire Online Sportsbook.
Lee, crossover against Roliano. Ball to Barroca for three. It's on!
And then a big shot converted by Mark Barroca on the return play. Put on the line.
Tiny piece of his shoe on the line, milking the clock. Now he needs to attack. Barroca! Long shot! It's good again!
It doesn't matter how many shots you miss throughout the contest.
Lastimosa fakes. And then the defense of CJ Perez could not recover in time.
Some history by our production team. Last time Magnolia won against San Miguel. They're hoping it will repeat itself here today. They are 7-40 away from making that happen.
Ang coming off that timeout, nakapuntos agad itong Magnolia.
Team standings. Pag nanalo ang San Miguel, they will be
4-3.
Doon pa rin sa 8th.
We'll need to check that.
Ikaw ang trabaho mo yun. Pag ako nag-explain yan, may hihilo ka. And 24-second shot.
Right now, they're tied with Terra Firma at 3-3.
So if Magnolia wins...
If Magnolia wins, they'll go up to 3-4. So, lalamangan nila ngayon. Akit sila ng team standings.
Yeah. So that's why they're hoping they can hold on to this one. Yung 8th spot, yun na naman ang paglalabanan. Alfaro, head and shoulder, up fake and delivery.
Marunong, 7 points for Alfaro.
Marunong din naman sumuporta yung bench ng Magnolia. Natuwa naman sila doon sa delivery ni Alfaro. 23 ang lamang. Open shot, Rosales. Ayaw. Not today for San Miguel. Not today for San Miguel. With 6, I know there's a lot of time remaining. But
mahirap din kasi yun, di ba? Your
handicap
kanina, handicap without the import. And then huling nakita nila yung import nila nung huling laro pa nila. So a little bit of a distraction there with that.
So Justin Patton, who was also a replacement for another import. I know Apple was telling me the story that she saw this guy at the airport actually. And it was good. Sabi ni Apple, matangkad, di ba? Bigla na lang.
Magaling mag-English.
Tapos dumating si Biboy Rabanes, siya yung sumalubong. Well, on standby no? And they changed that import, previous import. And now
si Marcos Lee.
Yeah, and now I wonder how much we'll get to know at the end. I'm sure the press guys in the PBA press room will pepper San Miguel with questions later on. I think tayo sa broadcast because we're in real time. I think I'm sure San Miguel is still assembling the proper answer. They don't know also.
Ano bang term dyan? It's an evolving story.
Developing story. Yung gera sa Iran, yun ang evolving. Araw-araw,
itigil na natin yan.
Tama na.
Diba? Tama na.
Lakas ng loob kong magpa-full tank kanina. Bumaba lang ng konti yung gasolina.
Hindi pa sa Tuesday pa.
Wala na, nagawa ko na Biglang bumaba below 90 yung aking extra advance. Diba? Alam nga naman umaandar. Excuse me, sa Tuesday na lang. Tautua, 2 charities are in the bag. And Mo has played a decent game, man. 12.
Yeah.
Ilan ba? 12 points.
13.
Bagal nitong
pag-update,
scoreboard. Chapman, ganda ng turn.
What
a game he has played. 34 points.
You don't think he's that strong down low there, but he's able to score, asserting his presence inside.
Haba ng tentacles CJ sa labas. Brondial binalik. 4 kung sakali. Ayaw. Umalog. Rebound. Tinangay ni Brondial. Recycled offense here. Here's Cruz. Yes, it's a 3.
you're San Miguel, you wanna get something going for you. At least get some momentum towards the end of this game.
Sino nga next game ng San Miguel?
And Lex.
And Lex, hindi rin biro. And Lex,
Oo, tapos Blackwater and then Meralco.
Swatted away by Chapman. So San Miguel's trio of upcoming games, as you mentioned, NLEX, Blackwater, and then Meralco. Rosero, De La Rosa, the corner man. No. On the other hand, Magnolia plays Converge, Rain or Shine, and Titan Ultra. It's hard to declare it's an easier route for the other compared to the other. Especially with Rain or Shine playing so well.
Oh, yes.
Boy, and the problems of San Miguel continue to pile up. They're down by 20. And the Beermen will utilize a timeout. We will be back after this short break. Okay, a bit of Commissioner's Cup Best Import history for the San Miguel and Pure Foods franchise.
Well, Kenny Redfield in 1994, then Jeff Warford in 97, Turkin Mott, 1999, Denzel Bowles, who can forget Denzel Bowles in 2012, and then Charles Rhodes in 2017 for the San Miguel Beermen.
Yung Kenny Redfield, iba rin ang impact niyan eh.
Oo.
We have a good-sized Sunday crowd here. With this first game and coming up, Doc J and Magoo will take care of Ginebra versus Phoenix. I saw Charles Chu in the hallway earlier and siyempre cool dude pa rin ang dating.
Oo. Parang hindi tumatanda eh.
Life is unfair kasi the Chu brothers.
Oo eh.
Mas naglalaro pa doon sa liga nila.
One of the really young, really good coaches that we have.
No question about it. Lassiter shooting and probably may have touched it last, but it won't be so. 4:25 to go before Magnolia declares this officially as a win. Unless big run by San Miguel here. But parang Magnolia is not going to give it to them, ano? Lassiter, no. Rebound. De La Rosa, merong foul. Merong loose ball foul.
A recap so far of San Miguel this conference. Their first game losing to Titan 119 to 112, then beating Converge 103 to 99, then losing to TNT 118 to 92. So 1-2 yung first 3 games nila. The next 3 games with their import, they beat Macau and Barangay Ginebra, and then lost to Rain or Shine 116 to 112. In today's ball game, their 7th game, they're down by 18 points against Magnolia. Magnolia naman, recap, 2-4 right now. Losing their first 3 games, losing to Phoenix and Lex and Blackwater, then won the next 2 when they changed their import, itong si Clint Chapman, winning against Macau and Terra Firma, then losing to Barangay Ginebra last Friday by 2, but now up by 20 points against the San Miguel Beermen.
Lucero with a slam and jammer. Could be the exclamation point for Magnolia here. So we still have 3:27 remaining. I think it's we can declare it's a 1-ball game for Magnolia.
It doesn't seem like Magnolia is letting off the gas, which is the right thing to do. And the energy is up there. Kasi ang takot mo ganito pagka malaki yung kalamangan mo, you know, 1, 2, 3 plays, once you rotate the players, na biglang babagsak yung energy.
Rain or Shine was lucky to survive against San Miguel the other day. In the meantime, the drive of Jericho Cruz restores the lead to cuts it down again to 20. It's been that familiar refrain. CJ Perez with a foul. And just the 4th team foul of the Beermen. And it's time for San Miguel to bring in the shock troopers. Not today for the starters.
Well, after this ball game, I mentioned it earlier, the next 3 games for San Miguel, they're playing again next Sunday versus the NLEX Road Warriors. The Road Warriors in the current team standings are 4-1 in 3rd spot. Ito namang Magnolia at 2-4, looking that they will get their 3rd win. Their next 3 games will be Sunday as well against Converge, and then Rain or Shine April 25 at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. And then a few days after that, Titan Ultra April 29.
Here's a big long attempt by Chris Miller. I think the crowd is murmuring. De La Rosa considered it. Banging bodies that time with Mantua. Look at the starter points of Magnolia. Big edge. And coming to the last 2 minutes now.
Last 2 minutes.
Gabriel Gomez, quite a decent point guard as well, actually. Launch pass, Miller.
You gotta settle down if you're Magnolia.
Yeah, LA's worried. His team falling apart. It's now time to
at ayaw mo na kung ikaw yung guys
yeah.
on the floor now na bilang ibabalik yung mga starters, di ba? Just to close it out, you want to be
that's
able...
one way of looking at
di
it.
ba?
Para sabi ng isang key, sabi, uy, ano ba? Baka bumalik tayo sa bangko.
Yung mga starters naman, yung mga dalalo, tama na, okay na kami.
Oo naman, win tayo. Pwede nga, nauna na sa shower. No? Big win by Magnolia. Huh?
Good bounce back win for them.
Good drive to the basket. Lastimosa finds a way to score. He has 11.
So, big decisions will need to be made by San Miguel
on in the hours ahead, actually, not the days, in the hours ahead. How much time do they have before
1 week
before their next game?
1 week. So that if they do end up making a big decision, they have 1 week to do that.
Tapos idadalhin dito, ipapractice mo yan, di ba?
Hindi natin pinangungunahan yung San Miguel. These are just the options that
for all you know,
obviously
baka kinausap din yung do we
alamin ko ano nangyari.
Escoto, he has 4 points. Make that 5. 116 to 97. 44 seconds before this is an official win by Magnolia. Crowd inside, they kick it outside. Miller scores, second basket. We're down to the final half minute. Actually, pwedeng hindi na itira. Foul si Miller. Penalty yata.
Yes, both teams in the penalty.
Napaka-importante nitong panalo na ito para sa Magnolia. And if San Miguel also scored the win, it was also important for them in the context of the race.
Well, Sev, put it into perspective for Magnolia. With their new import, Clint Chapman, with this impending win, they're 3-1. Diba? So malaking bagay yun that they feel that they're on the right track, that they're They have the import that they feel they will play well with.
So in 15 seconds, we will join the party for Ronnie Magsanok, Joan Natural, who is our production coordinator, and all the April celebrants, including Coach RG.
Ang daming pagkain dun eh. Sana may maabutan tayo.
Eh, paano pag wala? Kawawa tayo.
Yung pack lunch na lang.
And that'll be the final signature of this win by Magnolia. 120 to 101 as the coaches meet at center court. Big win by the Hotshots against San Miguel.
Well, Magnolia wanted to get off a good start in the first quarter alone, coming off that tough game that they lost against Barangay Ginebra. And the one who did not start out well against Barangay Ginebra made it completely different in this ball game. Clint Chapman, 0 points in the first quarter against Barangay Ginebra. This ball game, 13 already for Chapman in the first quarter alone, ending up with 34 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, plus 24 para dito kay Clint Chapman, and obviously cut down as well yung kanyang mga turnovers. He had 8 against Barangay Ginebra, and by my count, unofficially, he had only 4 in this ball game.
And that'll be it. We're done with game number 1, the curtain raiser, win by Magnolia against San Miguel Beer. In behalf of Dominic Goy and Bel Gregorio, Seb Sarmenta here inviting you to stay on for Dr. J and Magoo, as well as Bell, as they do the next scheduled game. It'll be Ginebra up against Phoenix. And glad that you're with us on this Sunday here for the PBA, where we remain with you solid.
Chapman is our best player of today's game. Congratulations, Clint. You got to work early, 17 points in the first half, followed by another 17 points. Was this the bounce-back game that you were hoping for after your last game?
I don't think there's another way to say it. Bounce-back game, good to get a win, and good to be back in that winning column.
Clint, San Miguel played all Filipino today. How did you take advantage of them just lacking an import for today's game?
Well, I mean, you got to give them credit. I think they play almost as well without an import as they were with an import. So give them all the credit. They came out and played hard, but we had to find our advantages. So tried to take advantage where I could, and the whole team in that matter. But give them credit because they played great tonight.
A lot of Magnolia fans are waiting to hear from you. Any message you would like to send out to them?
Hey, just we love your support. We need your support. Let's get back on a winning streak and keep it rolling.
Thank you so much, Clint. And once again, a big congratulations to you. Now it's time to hear from our winning coach, L.A. Tenorio.
Congratulations, Coach L.A. We know how dangerous San Miguel's all-Filipino lineup is. How did you ensure you wouldn't be complacent seeing them importless and that you'd be able to bring out the best in Chapman after he was unhealthy against Ginebra?
First and foremost, I want to give credit to my players for responding really well. And I challenged them actually before the game, before the huddle, when we found out that the import is not playing. I told them that this team is more dangerous without an import. They are an all-Filipino champions for a reason. No? So I really challenged them. Kasi mas mahirap talaga sila, mas nakakatakot kalaban ng San Miguel pag all-Filipino. And, they responded to the challenge. And that's what I really like, what I'm seeing right now in Magnolia, in my team. Honestly, I keep on challenging them every practice. Minsan nga, masasakit na yung sinasabi ko sa kanila. But for me, it's for us to grow as a team. I have a lot of young players right now. I think they're they're up to the challenge. And yun yung maganda dito sa mga players ko, no? And that's why I keep on challenging them. So tonight, I have to give credit to my players for responding to that after a sorry loss actually on a Saturday game, last Friday game. No? So nag-respond sila. So that's what we need. No? Every win that we na pwede namin makuha, we'll take it. No? We took advantage na wala silang import. So yun.
This game was important in the context of the battle for positions in the team standings, both coming off losses, and San Miguel entered this game without an import.
San Miguel 8th place at the beginning of this ball game. Magnolia at 10th place at 2 and 4. San Miguel playing without an import, did not show up in today's ball game. Itong kanilang import na si Patton. But the guy who showed up was Clint Chapman. Clint Chapman right off the bat, scoring 13 points in the first quarter. Gusto makabawi, bounce back game for him.
CJ Perez, of course, doing CJ Perez things, dropped that long beauty. But Magnolia was determined here today to keep their offense flowing. So at the end of this opening quarter, they had an 8-point lead as Paulie delivered a long beauty. In the meantime, in the second quarter, the interesting part is both teams chipped in the same amount of points.
Well, that second quarter, I think, was San Miguel's best quarter. You look at itong Magnolia, kung saan ba sila nagka-problema. They turned the ball over 7 times. And San Miguel was able to capitalize off those turnovers.
In the meantime, here's Sangalang doing what he does best, scoring at close range of a pick and roll.
Reading that pick and roll well, diving to the basket, Ian Sangalang. And yan, miscommunication that time for Magnolia. Libre-libre itong si Rodney Bradial going to that open spot, getting the 2 points.
Lucero, of course, got his game going in the second half. But here, he was also a contributor in the first half. And both teams, 28 points, and Magnolia managed to hang on to, again, an 8-point lead. But the third quarter, boy, there's a big difference as Magnolia scored 10 points more than San Miguel.
Well, now Magnolia going back to what they were doing, making stops, pushing the basketball, getting some fast break opportunities. 9 assists in the third quarter para dito sa Magnolia. Look at them being unselfish, able to get those points, scoring 34 points in the third quarter, extending the lead for the Hotshots.
Their ball movement was so impressive. In the meantime, Marshall Lassiter tried to get them going, revving them up with that basket from the outside. But there was going to be a quick reply on the other end by Andrada.
The effort ang hinahanap ni Coach L.A. Tenorio, and you can see the number 1 guy, Chapman, their import all the way down to the guys coming off the bench. Andrada able to get that offensive rebound and the putback.
And the lead was 20 going into the final and payoff period. Despite their valiant efforts, San Miguel could not get going. Junmar tried his best, but so hard to stop another team without your import, actually.
And flowing so well. They were not turning the ball over. They were moving the ball well. They were playing solid defense. That's why it's very difficult for San Miguel to try and get back in this ball game.
And our best player of the game, Chapman, with that performance, Lucero with that slam dunk, of course, and then finally finishing touch from Lucero. They got dividends from almost everybody, actually.
Well, everybody that pinasok ni Coach L.A. Tenorio, I think, was a positive for him. The energy, the mindset, the challenge na binigay sa kanila playing against an importless San Miguel Beermen. They were able to capitalize and see kung ano ba yung mga advantages sila. And just like that layup of Jerome Lastimosa.
And a big win by Magnolia, trying to get going in the middle of the standings, and San Miguel also will try again next time around.